Brilliance Audio.
A Cruel Arrangement by Tijan. Performed by Jason Carpenter and Brooke Bloomingdale. I had a problem. I was pointing a gun at a guy with green makeup on his face, and I kept thinking how he looked like that goblin guy from one of those superhero movies. A bubble of laughter was coming up in my sternum. I tried stopping it, I did. But once it was past my throat, it was hopeless. I bent over, my gun still in the air, and the laughter was kapoosh, totally coming out of me. I winced, hearing a note of hysteria on the edge of it. "Molly!" That was my employee who was on the ground, his arms folded behind his head as he lay on his stomach, and I could hear how horrified he was. I raised my head back up, steadied my arm, and cleared my throat. "Let's review the changes that just happened here. You," I shook my gun, indicating the green guy, "came in here to my bowling alley to rob us, correct?" He had a rifle aimed at me, and it was at this point I realized how crazy I really was. Like, seriously crazy. A rifle against my handgun, and I was laughing? I was verging on lunacy. A lunatic. Me. But he was wearing green makeup, so there could be an argument about who was the more irrational one in this situation. "You do this sort of thing often?" "Molly, my God!" That was from a different employee. "What are you doing?" We had a good situation here. Not the robbery, obviously, but what I'd built in this business, Easter Lanes. This was my place, my business. I was proud of what I'd done for the bowling alley when I took it over from my dad. He'd already run it into the ground, so I seized an opportunity when he was particularly vulnerable. And he was a low-life street gambler, so those moments were fairly common. We were talking twice a month, but this time was when he was up a literal shit creek and he had no one to come and save him. So me, being his daughter, well, I took a page from his book. I conned him. Meaning, he called me for bail money, and he seemed extra frenzied to get out of there, which probably meant there was someone on the inside who wanted to give him some sort of beating. I told him I wouldn't post his bail until he gave me the bowling alley. I was aware that some debts came with the business, but at that point in my life I had nothing to lose. So I got the bowling alley, renovated what I could, and have continued renovating it over the years as profits got better. I paid off the bowling debts, but that was it. Anything to do with Easter Lanes was all mine. Added a whole pub part and gaming section so families could come here too. I made sure it appealed to all ages to maximize our customers. And it worked. This robber guy had no clue what he was threatening here. This was my life, my only life. This place was in my blood. And because of all that, yeah, I went a little unhinged when I looked up and saw a rifle pointing at me.